white Range Rover, ball in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake it. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweat.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features 2 quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Cardinals going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They go play action. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And some room to work. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
The Jets go! Ooh, landed! Leopard!
Throwing on 1st down. Flynn. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
In motion goes the tight end. A first down carry here for Johnson. Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember, this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. It was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here in the
big
booth?
bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. There, maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. As they run the counter play. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw on 3rd down. Flynn. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, 81 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it. Blue,
And the
line
tight
it.
end goes in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in week 2. 3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down.
No. Jack Patriot, here we go.
From the gun, Flynn. Hard throw, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On the toss, here's Johnson. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They pitch it out to Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. He spins free, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A first update now from Cincinnati. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They go to Johnson again. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. But he's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him, because this many touchdowns this early, that is demoralizing for a defense. One guy breaking them down.
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Two seconds to go, first quarter.
Hey, cut his right. One cut in. All right, here we go.
They run the counter now on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Flynn. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. On 4th down, Flynn. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Flynn. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go now. Left side. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Johnson. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a 1st and 10. Flynn. Going deep here for Landry. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flynn. And his throw here is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake. Flynn. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw on 2nd down. Flynn. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throw. Flynn. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Flynn escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Flynn feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
On first down, Flynn. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Now let's go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw again. Flynn. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Flynn. And throw right side complete to Parker. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Here we go now. Boom, there it is.
On fourth down, Flynn. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. In motion, the tight end. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
3 yards remaining here on second down. In motion is Grant. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, that's Johnson. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On third down, it's Johnson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And a shocker there, the Browns lead that ball game at the moment. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here we go with Johnson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Play clock winding down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, Leopard. No. Good.
Off play action. Flynn. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They toss it out right to Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
One. 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
One.
A toss left side, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey. 4 down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walton. A good pickup. 20 yards. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now look at 56. Over.
Off the play fake. Flynn. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, it's Johnson. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 35 yards. And the Cards continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, 8. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Off play action. Flynn. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. off the play fake. Flynn, and he's going to go down again. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Landry now in motion right. Throwing on third and long. Flynn. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Around the NFL, fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. A win would be their second on the young season. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. From the gun, Flynn. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Johnson running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. They run. It's Johnson. And some room to run now. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. A win would be their second on the young season. Fresh set of downs here. And the tight end goes in motion left. Mariota here to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.